I'm gonna roll over to remote shacks in just a minute. Trying to get my tablet booted up here so we can check for questions. I don't see Ray over there right now. In fact, Ray told us a few minutes ago that he had to pack up and leave early. He has a very early plane to catch. We'll try to catch him in a minute.
I'll be right back. Gotta use the boys' room.
Okay. I'm heading down that way. I'll be there when you get there. We got more. Going mobile.
What?
Going mobile.
Going mobile. All right.
We're going to try to.
You're going to stop by and see us?
We're going to try to get by there. Yeah,
okay.
We got a couple places we got to go.
You know, I am amazed. I'm looking over here, and I'm amazed at what some of these people are getting for 40-year-old microphones.
Oh, really? Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
In the 80s, everybody was
throwing them away.
Throwing them away. Everybody was going with the very limited bandwidth, single sideband stuff.
Well,
go shoot them, Tom.
All right, we'll do it. Stan, you want to talk? You want to talk a little?
Oh, sure. I'm always full of talk.
Here, we'll just use the wireless mic.
That's that mic right there. All righty. Did you give the microphone?
You know, we gave the headset. It was the headset. We gave it away yesterday. Yeah. Is that it right here?
That's it right here. Let's
Hey guys, we're at Ten-Tec, and I'm with Stan Brock here, WD0 BGS, and Stan has been great. Nearly every hamfest we do. We don't do that many a year, but they donate either a nice Regal mic like this. This year at Huntsville, we decided to go with something different. So
we got her on backwards here, don't we?
Do we?
Yeah, we got Thelma on backwards.
Yeah.
That's the headset, and I'll let you pull that
this
off.
This is the headset that we gave away yesterday from Ten-Tec. It's like a nice
the
headset
Ten-Tec
there.
777 DX Pro
Nice
headset, and so some happy winner of that headset will enjoy it for years to come. I know I use one on my Omni 7, and I love it. I enjoy it very, very much.
It looks like it'd be very comfortable.
It is. It is very comfortable, and
I like it. I like it mic boom here.
Yep. The mic is easy to adjust, and it works out very well. So,
all right. Well, we don't have a cameraman with us, so we're trying to stay in. We're trying to stay in view right there.
All right. I'm sorry.
maybe somebody call my cell phone if we walk off camera or something.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look, hey, just real quick. Now, you guys are moving to a new facility. Tell us what's going on down in Sevierville.
I'll kind of give you a little idea. Ten-Tec, and of course, is the sister company of the RF Concepts parent company, and we are going to be with the property and grounds that we have has been sold, and we will be moving to a different facility right in the Sevier County area. So, I mean, we're only going to be between 1 and 3 miles of where we're located right now, so we're going to be fairly near where the factory is right now. But it's going to be a different facility, so we have our a little smaller because it will be assembly and engineering and sales and of course some accounting, and that will be at the new facility. So it's going to be a move that will take place this fall, and that's, of course, one of the reasons we are not having our own hamfest the end of September, because we're going to be in the process of preparing for that move and moving to that facility. So we have 2 different buildings that we're looking at, and that should be decided on here within the next week or 2.
All right. Well, you going to maybe next year have your hamfest again?
Well, depending on the room. Again, that depends on what property we have, and how much room we'll have is yet to be determined. But we'll look at that. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm not sure exactly what the property and grounds will hold. So that we will alert people, I'm sure, as what will happen in the near future here. Yeah.
Okay. Well, great. Hey, tell us anything new coming out. What's your latest, greatest thing here? Now, I'll be the cameraman if you want to talk about and point things here.
If you want to be the cameraman, I want to show you a couple of things here that we had at the Maker Fair and what we introduced. This is the new 507 Patriot, and one of the hottest items that we have right now is this little radio right here. It's a 40 and 20 meter QRP transceiver, and it's a CW radio. It can be used actually with, and I'm going to show you this a little bit. I don't know if you can get a... All right, I'm going to show you that. This just shows you what can be done with this little radio, and how it's one maker decided to turn it into a device for PSK31 and JT64, and that he added a GPS to it. I mean, he has added a little display to it. It is just phenomenal, some of the things he's done with it. So that's the 506 Rebel, and right now we have that on the sale at the Hamfest for $179. The Patriot is the new sideband version of that, and that will be out this year. And it's both CW and sideband. I should mention that both radios run about 5 watts, between 4 and 5 watts, and the Patriot, the newest one, will be sideband as well as CW. Now, to kind of give you a little idea of how that radio operates, it's again one that makers can include and build their own keyer into it. We have one here showing a display, and you can add a display to it. It's just absolutely is a fun project. So You can add little things to it, make it and build that radio to your own personal preferences. The sideband radio I took home on my first try with that radio, I plugged my laptop into the connector to operate PSK 31. We made contacts out into Central America. I flipped it around and tried it on sideband and received 5x9 reports out of Phoenix, Arizona with as little as 4 watts of output. Phenomenal little radio, just lots and lots of fun. I got to tell you that the specials still exist on the 3 transceivers, the Argonaut 6, the Eagle, and the Omni 7. All of those are on a show special right now. Also, we'll be running that and continuing that special through this next month or two. So that those 3 radios have been doing very, very well as well. Anything else, Tom?
Yeah, we're getting some questions here. I'm just, I don't know what they asked. What's the band range on it?
It covers the entire 40 meter and the entire 20 meter bands.
Oh, wait, I don't know if we're in the camera. There we go.
Okay. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the entire 40 and 20 meter bands. Even the CW radio will cover the entire band.
Okay. Well, someone missed where you're moving. They thought you're moving out of town, but
no,
you're
it's not
saying
moving out of town. We will be in Sevier County. We'll between 1 and 3 miles from our present location.
Well, we did tell them we're going to ask for questions, but we're looking here. If any of you guys have any questions for Ten-Tec while we're here. So now, Alpha. Now they're not. Did you say they're not going to move in with your new building, are they?
We, I think eventually they would like to have us do some assembly in the Sevier plant, and we may be doing some assembly of the Alpha linear amplifiers. That's yet to be determined, but we kind of I think they are leaning that direction. The board assembly that we have for our circuit boards will be handled partially in the plant where the Alpha amplifiers are built, just across the hallway. They have a board house that will build and populate circuit boards, so it will still remain built in the United States. Everything that Alpha makes, everything that we make are all built right here in the good old USA. And the assembly process of all the Ten-Tec transceivers will still remain Ten-Tec in Tennessee, so we will still be building our own transceivers.
Oh, here's a question from John up W3LH. How many Ten-Tec engineers are going to remain after the merger?
Actually, all of them are remaining.
All
yeah, there has
okay.
not been any changes to that.
Okay.
So all
Very
the
good.
engineers are still intact, still doing their thing.
Now, here's a comment here from Don down there. He says he thinks Heil makes the headset for Ten-Tec. Now, you don't have to deny or confirm that.
I will confirm to you that Heil does not make the headsets. Now, I believe that we may have a parent company that makes them offshore for both of us. Whether theirs looks or the same company, I don't know.
I got you.
Yep.
You got any plans for any kits, such as your QRP radio?
We hope to. We hope to increase some of those kit products, and we're finding that right now the component industry and through-hole components are rather difficult to get through-hole components, and that's why the kit part has been really difficult to keep in stock. But we're looking at some other options as bolt-together kits and some surface-mounted items that we can put into kit form. So yes, we're looking at expanding that area.
Okay, what radios are being discontinued because of parts?
Nothing really in our current product line that's being discontinued. The Orion 2 was discontinued back in December, but that's the last item that was discontinued from our product line.
Okay, all right. Well, since we don't have a sound man working our soundboard, I'm getting input here. So my mic is twice as hot as yours, so I'll talk a little lower here.
Okay.
Someone said they missed the price of the radio. I'm not sure which one we were talking about when they said that.
Well, let's go back over that.
Yeah.
All right, the little Rebel, the 506 Rebel, this is on sale on the Hamfest special for $179. The Patriot will be $399 when it becomes available. That's the sideband version. The special packages on the Argonaut 6 is $849, which includes a CW filter and a microphone. The Eagle transceiver is $14.99. That includes the CW filter, and it also includes the noise blanker at no additional charge. The Omni 7, which is right behind me here, this radio, will be $24.99, which includes the nice Regal desk microphone. We'll show that here. If you can see the nice Regal desk microphone, that's included with the Omni 7 package, and also the Collins mechanical filter is included at that same price. So that's one of the specials. So I hope that covers that area.
Well, there's a comment they miss your transverters.
Oh, the transverters. Well, let me explain about our transverters. Some of the key components for those transverters have become obsolete. Those kits were really neat little kits, and I think that I have worked a number of them on the air on 6 meters. The 2-meter transverter, excellent product. They were in our product line for many, many years, but again, they fell to the obsolescence of through-hole components, and some of the driver transistors just became obsolete. And for the price of those particular kits, you can't re-engineer them for the costs that you put into them.
Any plans for a diversity receiver?
Actually, with the new software that's out with the Orion, you have diversity reception. And if people would go to the website to look at the new downloads, you have a perfect diversity receiver with the Orion and Orion 2, especially with that new software. Is that correct, John? That's correct. Okay.
All right, so, and we may have covered this, does the merger mean the end of all Ten-Tec amps in favor of the Alphas?
No, not that was not the intention. I think you'll see a lot of cooperation between us in amplifiers. You'll see the Centurion, which is still current and still in stock, and that's being made, and we will continue to do so. And we may even add new products to the amplifier line in the future if we have the time and efforts to do so. So I think you'll see that that'll still remain.
Okay, does the radio have a built-in equalizer like the Yaesu? I don't know what radio they're talking about.
If it's the Omni 7, yes.
Omni 7?
Yeah, the Omni 7.
They wanted to see the Omni 7 again, so we're...
Okay, here.
Right here?
Yeah. Why don't you get a good shot at that?
Yeah, let me try to zoom in there. All right, so that's the Omni 7 right there.
That's the Omni 7, correct.
All right, it's a nice-looking radio.
That's a neat little product. John Henry, why don't you come on over here?
Yeah.
And John is one of the key software engineers on that project.
Yeah,
let me turn the microphone over to John, and he can tell you a little bit. John, tell him a little bit about what you've added. This is the neat thing about Ten-Tec radios. We have, with firmware updates, added some features and some neat things to this radio. Have improved it, changed it, modified it, massaged it a little bit to just give a little different. Some of the features have really been added to the Omni 7, and I'll let you tell the folks what you've done to that.
Yeah, we had am I sounding okay? We had a release to the Omni 7 firmware about 2 months ago that improved the Ethernet connection so that you can do VoIP a little bit better for transmit. It got rid of some of the stuttering at the lower bandwidth connections. The other featuring we've added is an improvement in the overall handling of QRN. This was something pointed out by Rob Sherwood that just about everybody was failing at, and so we listened to them like we always do. We handle a little bit longer QRN better. That way it doesn't make your noise reduction and other software features go kaplooey because of bad input. And that's basically what we've added to the Omni 7. It is a continuing product. It is continually getting updated. Whatever suggestions we get from customers, we weigh them with what we're doing in current product development versus what we can do for upgrading the rigs themselves. We review the Eagle. We do upgrades on the Eagle as well. We do upgrades even on, coming out soon will be a upgrade for the old Orion 1, which will add a few features people have been asking for. We try to be listening to our customers as good as we can. When our ears are open, you guys will get what you're asking for.
Talk about the remote. We just got a comment.
Yeah, let me. I will say something here. I just want to make a comment here. Jay, W4BSB is on here. Jay is one of our really dedicated followers, and he supports our broadcast. In fact, Jay sent me a nice hat for the hamfest here, and thank you, Jay, for the hat. But Jay has some massive remote stations and towers. I think he has down in Texas and in Virginia, and he's really, I don't know, really going to town putting those things up. And he mentioned here the Omni 7 is great for remote site access. He has 2 Omni 7s remote stations located in the U.S. So
Right.
I don't know if you know Jay or not, but talk about your remote access on that.
The remote access, the Omni 7 has 2 main functional modes. One of them is radio mode, which is, okay, the radio screen looks like a radio, and you handle it from a front panel or from a PC, and you do what you want. It also boots up in a remote mode. The remote mode, what that basically gives you access to is the Ethernet port on the back, RJ45. You hook that right into your router. You go to a one menu screen on the Omni 7 to tell it what its IP address is, what the router IP address is, and you pick a UDP port, number between 49152 and 65535. It's very simple to set up. That's all you have to set up on the Omni 7. Then you go to your router and you port forward 6 ports to it. Okay, well then you log into your little network there, run a program or go to a website like IP Chicken to figure out what your router's IP address is to the world. So far I've talked about 4 numbers. One of them is the IP address of the radio, and you pick it, doesn't matter what it is. One of them is a UDP port, and that's where the commands in the audio VoIP will go across, and the other is the IP address of the radio of the router, which is usually 192.168.1.1, 9 times out of 10. And the IP address of what the router looks like to the outside world. Well, then you take your laptop, you load on a free open source program. You can download the source code for it, you can modify it, turn it, add features to it, but the way it's set up now is it controls 100% of the rig. It even allows you to do a RS-232 pass-through mode to where you can send commands through the Ethernet to the rig out to a serial control device. So you can control more hardware with the Omni 7 than just the Omni 7. But you load one plug up on your laptop, you come up to a net config screen that says, okay, what's the IP address of the router? What's the UDP port of the radio? And there's one level of security. We added a passcode. Every command and audio going in and out of the radio has a passcode on it. You enter those 3 numbers in and say connect, and then you're automatically streaming audio from the radio to through the internet to your laptop, listening to it, changing frequencies, joining nets, sending CW. There's a CW type display where you can, if you don't want to DID-all with a mouse, you can type in your CW. And it tells the rig to send out an A, and the rig then sends out a perfect A, so it's not tied to your internet latency or anything. So if you just type in KI4JPL, it tells the rig to send out KI4JPL, and the rig sends it out with perfect spacing. Every feature you can adjust. You've got serial pass-through. The latest release we had 2 months ago took it to where people that had slower speed DSLs can now utilize this successfully for receive and for transmit. We've got people living in California or living in Japan that have a rig in California. We've got people living on Australia that have a rig up in Canada. And we've got a lot of people here in the U.S. that are antenna restricted They may be in a nursing home or in a park or a wherever, but their son has a hilltop. They put a station on. That's where the Omni 7 goes, and they stay in touch with their friends through CW and through a voice.
Okay, John, I think we're going to roll around. We thank you for all the information you've given to us, and the viewers out there, they had a lot of questions. I think they like Ten-Tec products. Thank you very much, guys.
How you doing, sir? Doing good. How you doing this morning? Yeah, I was going to come from you want that? I think we can make this work okay, like right here.
This is our best product right here.
Yeah, we'll be able to.
So, however long you want to make it, let's spend the most time with this.
All right, we'll be here maybe 5 or 10 minutes here. We got a couple places to go, and we're on a schedule. We got to be back, but you're let's see, it's on, and you are Bob.
I'm Bob.
W5UQ.
Whiskey 5 United, Quebec.
All right, very good. And what's that 825?
Oh, that's Botswana.
Oh,
That was
okay.
the expedition.
Okay.
It's also 3 Delta, 3 DA0 Echo Tango. That's
All right.
Swaziland.
Tell you what, let's do this. Step right over here a minute, and we can see the camera there, so
Okay.
we'll center ourselves here. Well, Bob, now, I wanted to stop by and see you guys. You guys make some high-power amps,
That's right.
and they're solid state.
They're fully solid.
Fully
state.
solid state, and I like these tube amps. So
That's correct.
I want you to talk a little about your amps, okay? So you just take it away, and I'm going to be the cameraman, okay?
Okay, that's good.
Show what you want to, and I'll zoom in on
Thank
it.
you very much. Our amplifiers were made in Rome, Italy by SPE. And Tom, if you'll show this, I think it shows, I can see it on the camera. It says SPE. They're made in Rome. However, we are the distributor for the Western Hemisphere, not just North America, but North and South America. And I'm the repairman. I've been repairing them for over 3 years, and we've had the distribution for about that same length of time. Frosty, my partner, lives in Missouri City, Texas. I live in Magnolia, Texas, which are suburbs of Houston. And so we have the distributorship for the Western Hemisphere, as I say, and I do the repair, so it's all done here. We buy them from Rome, but we bring everything here, and we just do everything here, basically. All the repairs and everything. Let's move over here to the 2K. This is the 2 kilowatt amplifier. It's our best seller. We're selling them at the show here for $73.95. They normally list $79.95, but we've dropped them to $73.95. They have complete power supply built in, complete automatic antenna tuner built in. It's just a rig that you can put on a mountaintop and remote. And if you'll pan right here, this is the remote control for the amplifier on a laptop. It's a very simple remote control. Everything that is on the front panel of the 2K is in this remote control. Everything is there. The only switch that is not on that is the main power switch on the back of the amplifier, which you just leave on all the time anyway. So these can be remoted, like I say, on a mountaintop. The 1 kilowatt amplifier, which is down here, we could go down there in a minute. It's being used by remote ham radio on 12. They have 12 sites, and it's being used on most of their sites now. So it's a remotable amp, as I'm saying. The amplifier covers 160 through 6 meters. This one the maximum is 2,400 watts. We say that it'll give you around 1,800 to 2,000 watts. The 1K is 1,200 watts, and we say that it will give you about 900 to a kilowatt. The one we've just built and is being introduced, let's go to the poster here. I'm going to come across. This is the 1.3K. Can you get here, Tom? Okay, good. The 1.3K, the difference is that, let's cover this. The 1K was introduced in 2005. The 2K was introduced in 2009, which has all the improvements, all the qualities of the 1K, but a lot more improvements. Now we have a 1.3K that has even better improvements in it to over the 2K and the 1K. The difference there too is that the 1K weighs about 40 pounds, the 2K weighs a little over 60 pounds. This unit will weigh 20 pounds, totally power supply, antenna tuner, and everything. So there we are.
We've got people out there watching have questions, and we have interactive. They can ask you
really?
questions
It's
directly. Oh, yeah,
happening?
it's real time. So we got people around the world watching. So let's see if there's any questions that, as you talk about the products. If any questions come in, we'll
okay.
we'll look at them right here.
You see any?
Well,
Nice
let's see if
amp?
there's any. Yeah, they're talking about nice amp. So you're getting.
He
some
says, "I
comments
know
there.
Frosty." Okay.
Who's Frosty?
Frosty is my partner.
Oh, okay,
I'm
okay.
co-owner of the distribution, but I'm the one that does all the repairs
Okay.
of warranty. These are warranty, by the way, 2 years.
Uh-huh.
So I do all the warranty and non-warranty. Stock all the
Okay.
parts, and everything's done at my place in Magnolia, Texas. Again, that's the suburb of Houston. So what do you see there?
Now I don't know if you know JW5. I don't know if you know JW4 BSB, but he's putting some big remote stations up in Texas and Virginia.
Uh-huh.
And he's on here. I don't know if he has any
I don't
comments.
think he's talking about this, though.
Probably not. But let's see.
That's way back there. Oh, there's more coming in.
Yeah.
That's other things, though. Nice looking amps, Kenny says, KG5KS. And then up here, nice amp, N4FZ. Gene,
Yeah, they do look nice.
N4FZ, I think I saw him walking through here recently. I saw some different
I'm going to have
calls.
to restart my Wi-Fi connection. Go ahead and talk.
Okay. One thing I didn't cover is the 1 kilowatt is $43.95. The 2 kilowatt is $73.95, I think I told you. Well, the 1.3K now will be $53.95. What we require is typically a half down and then half whenever we tell you it's ready to ship, plus the shipping. So that's the cost of our amplifiers. We're finding that we're selling them. We've been trying to order stock so we can have them stocked, so if people come up they can buy one right here and walk away with it, but we're selling them so fast we can't seem to have stock. I do have 2 1Ks that I could sell, but I'm out of 2Ks, and will be delivering the 1.3K in October or November this year. However, 200 of those only 200 will be made this year, and all 200 of them are sold now. So the delivery on the new 1.3K will probably be January, February, or March in that area, depending on where you are in line. So what do we got here?
Well, I don't know. Here's a question about specs on a 1.3. How long is the warranty?
Well, they're all 2-year warranty.
Just scroll up and you can look.
Okay, the specs on the 1.3, you can go to our website, by the way, which is expertampsusa.com. But the 1.3K is a little hard to find on our website. If you lay your mouse over where it's talking about the 1.3, you'll see a hand appear, and then click on that and the brochure will come up. The 1.3, we guarantee to be 1,400 watts on 160 through 6 meters. We've also found out that it will be capable of 700 watts on 4 meters, so the factory is looking at making it where it'll work on 4 meters for Europe. But here in the United States, 160 through 6 meters, 1,400 watts on all bands.
Yeah, someone say what tubes, but they must have tuned in late there. No tubes, it's all solid state. Somebody said, what are the finals? I don't know if you've got a transistor number or if you know. Or
yeah, if on the 1K we have the MRF 150s. On the 2K we have MRF 151Gs. And here, have me that sheet over there, Dan. This is the data sheet. There we go. This is the data sheet on the transistor. Let's see if I can get it right up here. that is used in the 1.3K, and it is an MRFE 6VP61K 25HR6, and then there are some other models of it. I have actually seen 1,800 watts, 1,700 not unusual, out of this 1.3K. But it depends on the band, and it's when you make a transformer that's for the output of these, it's hard to make it flat across, so it varies on different bands. But on 6 meters, and 10 meters, which is typically a problem for a lot of amplifiers, this 1.3 is hanging in there. It'll give you 1,400 watts on 6 meters. They're good amplifiers, and as I say, each one has been improved. There's even more improvements in the 1.3K. Switching on the relays, for example, there's no relays in the antenna tuner that are hot switch. They're turned off, the power's turned off, the switch is made, the power's back on, and it's all done in milliseconds. That's why the relays are capable of being used that they're using, because they're not hot switching. The one thing, if you have a 1K, the 1K antenna tuner will tune sometimes 6 to 1, 7 to 1, 8 to 1. I've seen 10 to 1 cases. But when you do, you can create high voltages in the antenna tuner that will exceed the rating of the components, and you can have component failure. So on the 2K, we built a circuit that says nothing over 3.5. When it hits 3.5 to 1, then the amplifier turns off, says high SWR. You have to keep your eye on the other one.
So they've already posted, Jerry here's posted your website to the booth right there, and people are looking at that. Those things, so they're made in Rome and modified here in the U.S.?
No, they're made in Rome, and we don't do any modifications.
No modifications, okay.
No, and the man that makes them in Rome is Gianfranco Schiazzafrati. He has a Ph.D. in EE. He's retired. He has built several commercial companies that made commercial equipment, and so his goal was, when he retired, was to start making ham radio amplifiers like these. So all we offer is the 1K, the 2K, and the 1.3K, plus a combiner if you want to combine the 2K or the 1.3Ks, and that's all. We're not offering it to sell anything else. So what else? We have anybody else here? LOL? What's?
Well, there's other conversations mixed,
Yeah, they are.
Things going on here. But I think people have seen a good overview of your products now. We've got your website on here. Yes. They're looking at you. They know about you.
Well, thank you, and thank you very much,
we need to roll on down.
I see you here at every year at the hamfest, and this year we finally got you.
Yeah, we did. And the problem is, when it's too crowded, it's hard to roll around.
Yes, that's right.
And then there's a limited number of hours, and everybody's pulling at us. We got so many things going. So anyway, we appreciate it. Now, do you make it up to the Dayton Hamvention?
Oh, yeah. Make it to all of them.
We've been up here 34 years. So
yes, we make it to all of them. We made it to ARRL, to Visalia, W4D.
Well, hopefully we'll see you again up here this coming year. Okay. Thanks a lot, Bob.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice meeting you.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay, you want to introduce him? Go ahead. Here, do this.
Yeah, come on, Dan. You say something. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Here you go.
Hello, everybody. This is Dan, KC5 Papa Charlie Bravo. I'm here helping Bob run the expert amplifier booth, just trying to give him a hand, trying to do what I can, try to sell some of these.
Okay, yeah, he's taking Frosty's place.
Yeah, Frosty couldn't make it, so I'm kind of filling in for him. I'm also nearby Bob down in Houston. We're from Magnolia. I live about 2 miles from Bob, and I work with him quite a bit on different things, trying to help with various asbestos things.
Dan also does repairs. He does a lot of flea market sales and so on. So this is a natural for him. Thank you very much, Tom. Thanks again. Have a good one.
Thank you, guys. Thanks. All right, we're going to roll over to Remote Shack right now. Okay. Okay, we're down at Remote Shack. We're going to talk to John here at Remote Shack. You'll be able to turn your antenna and work your radio from your cell phone here. This is a pretty cool little device right here. This is what the Remote Shack looks like right here. I believe, and he'll tell us all about it. I believe you connect that to the internet and you connect that to your radio, and you've got connection to your radio through your cell phone. You can even turn your antenna by your cell phone. He's talking to a customer right now, but as soon as he gets free, we'll get him on here. Let me check these two mics. 1, 2. That looks pretty hot. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, they're both pretty hot now. Maybe it's the way I'm talking into it. Okay, I'll turn it down. We're in kind of cramped quarters here, but can you see the viewfinder up there? At least we're in there. I'll work the cameraman. I'm cameraman and the interviewer and everything today. Well, hey, we're with John. And your call?
Troy, KI4YUM. Go
ahead and take the mic, John.
Okay, sure.
And John is the guy with the Remote Shack. And we want to tell you about Remote Shack and what all it can do. In fact, we had dinner with John last night at Outback, I think.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, man, we ate too much, man.
I haven't eaten yet.
Oh, man, okay. Well, look, yeah, hey, John, talk to us about your product. Right. I'll try to zoom in on the products and different things that you point out, and you just give us a demo on what you want to do, okay?
Sure, absolutely. All right, yeah, so basically what we have here is the Remote Shack, which is a one-unit device that you can connect directly to your rig, and it will allow you to remotely control your system from either your cell phone, a cordless phone, or a laptop. And it does that all via DTMF. And it can also use Skype. So you can use Skype on your iPad, you can use Skype on your phone, or you can use Skype from a laptop. And we have two different ports on the unit for redundancy, for connection, so that if you can go in on either port in case you have high bandwidth and you want to use it from a hotel room, say, you can use it in that condition. Or if you just want to grab your phone on the side of you and just go ahead and use your system right from your cell phone, you can use a smartphone, you can use a dumb phone, you can use a desk phone. That's the beauty of the Remote Shack. It has the full capabilities of being able all across the board for universal usage. So what I can do here is I can set up a quick demo that we have set up here. I'm going to go ahead and okay, how's this? Is this better?
I think so.
All right. I'll put the mic a little closer. There we go. All right. So I'm going to demonstrate the unit here. I'm going to use a cordless phone, but it can be a cell phone or an iPad. For the show, we use a cordless phone simply because of ease of use. And basically, I'm going to give the unit a call, and you're going to see the unit pop up here as we. It's all passcode protected, and all voice response is given for every command. So I'm going to go ahead and
John,
enter
excuse
my
me.
code in.
Did I hear it talk? Was it talking to you?
Did.
Where's the speaker?
Right there.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's loud enough. Okay. All right, great. All right, so we just called in into our system, and the transmitter or transceiver has come on. We've given it a command to switch on, and it's told us our frequency. And so now what we're going to do is we're on 40 meters now, and I want to go on 20. So I'm going to go ahead and enter in a new frequency. Let's go to 14,170.
Is that going to be down here? Right there, or
no? Right here.
Or up there, okay.
Right here at this rig right here. There we go. All right. There we go. There's the display. So we've just entered in our frequency, and now we're going to scan the band. So we're basically, maybe we're at the pool, maybe we're at the beach. And all we have is, generally speaking, is a cell phone and a headset, either Bluetooth or wired headset. So we'll go ahead and scan the band. And now as stations come in, and you'll hear them come in, right, and then you hit the stop. Okay, and then you can fine-tune stations, either by 100 hertz up and down, or 500 hertz up and down. 500 hertz will lock you up to the next 500 hertz. Which is kind of handy for tuning in stations. Kind of locks them right in. And then once we hear a QSO, we can store that frequency in memory. Memory set. And then we can come back to them, scan the band a little more, come back to that frequency later on if we want to, and recall it. We can also switch antennas. So right now we're on antenna 1. If your radio supports multiple antennas, of course we support that. So we'll go ahead and switch over to antenna 2. We also have one relay that's built into the remote shack that you can use to control whatever you want to control, and it's under DTMF control. We use it right now. If you want to pan down onto the rotor controller.
What was that?
Right down here onto the rotor controller. We'll go ahead and turn that unit on via DTMF. I'll just hit my 7 here. Okay, and we'll turn that one on. And what we're allowed to do here is we send a serial command to your serial controlled rotor if you happen to have one. And it's DCU1 protocol. So any rotor that supports that, which is a lot of the DCUs from MFJ, as well as many others. So we'll go ahead now, and shows that we're at 71 degrees. Maybe we're listening to a station in another location. So we'll go ahead and whip around the beam to 100 degrees. And we do have a beam here, Tom. I don't know if you want to get on the beam here. You can see here our beam's about to turn around here. If you can get that. There we go. All right. Now as the signal strength comes up, we can just hit the stop rotation and stop on a dime there. So that's our beam rotation. So now we also have tuner control if we want to take our tuner in and out. Tuner out. And we also have where we can actually tune. I'm not going to hit that one on HF here at the show, but we can also tune. We also have filter control. If you want to be able to do filter control, I'll go ahead and turn all these on so you can hear them. Attenuator or preamp.
Noise blanker on.
Okay, notch.
Noise reduction on.
And then we also have a feature where, for remote control, it's kind of handy, which is all filters off. Which is kind of
all
nice.
filters off.
And then we can continue on to finally transmit mode.
Transmit.
Okay, which is very simple. All we do is once we are in that mode, we press 1 to key up and 1 to unkey. And you'll see the radio here key up. 1, 2. Okay, you get full audio feedback on when you're keyed and when you're unkeyed. So your mic on your cell phone becomes your mic going out over the air, and your earpiece and your Bluetooth on your cell phone becomes your receive audio. And of course, our nice young lady that's telling us all what's going on with the transceiver is mixed in with your received audio. So it's very handy. Ultra portability instantly allows you to use all of your investment from your shack at a moment's notice, right on your hip, on your phone. Of course, it also works with landlines, as well as cordless phones with our cordless phone interface, and iPads and iPhones over Wi-Fi. We also have a myriad of accessories that are supported. Maybe you, Tom, you want to get this is our CMI1 cordless, our client microphone interface. Zoom in on that one there. And what this unit does is, instead of pressing the 1 and the 0 as I was showing you earlier to key and unkey, the CMI does that for you. You just simply plug this CMI into any phone that has a 4-pole plug on it, like this one, Android or iPhone, and it has full compatibility.
That's fine.
Put that right in there. Okay, and once you do, what you can get on your iPhone is a screen similar to this one. This is the IC7000 screen here shown, but it doesn't matter what radio you have. You can simply put a webcam in front of it, and it will give you the same view, just depending on your radio. So in this case, it's the 7000. The CMI, the client microphone, the interface also has a place for receive audio output that you can put to an external speaker, say if you were sitting by the pool, or if you want to plug that into your vehicle's auxiliary input, then you can get full-bodied sound coming out of your vehicle and just lay the mic on the seat and get full control of your system that way as well. On the back of the unit, shown here, and maybe we want to zoom in on that one, just to kind of show everyone the connections on the back.
Are you still there?
Well, he's asking me if I'm still here, but I'm losing. All right, there we go. I don't know if you can see that, but what we have here is telephone input, which can be VoIP or regular landline, magic jack. Also, we have a Skype input, which is right next to it, which is your audio in and out, which is used for your microphone and your speaker input on your computer.
Goodbye.
And then your radio is connected here. We give you a custom-made cable kit that is plug and play your particular radio. And then the serial port, which goes to the radio serial port. And then an auxiliary port, which we have for all of our systems. All right. I guess I'm ready for any questions.
All right,
if
let's
there
see
are
what
any.
questions here.
All right.
Hold that right there.
Okay. Okay, yes, it will work for the FT897. The Alinco, no, it won't. I believe the Alinco, the radio has to have a serial port. It's one of the things that you would have to have for our system to work. In order to control the radio, you got to have a serial port on it. As far as an app, there's no app available. We would lose our universal capabilities if we made an app. So what we do is we just use DTMF pad. So the DTMF pad is used in Skype, universally throughout Skype, Linux, Windows, Apple, and also Android. Yes, it will work with a laptop. You use Skype. The question is, will it work with a laptop? And yeah, since Skype works with the laptop, you just Skype in to the remote shack, a computer that's connected to the remote shack, and you're on the air.
Man, you're talking about how nice a product it is. It's a great product, man. This thing's. I got to have me one of these, John. I mean, hey, they were asking the price. What's the price range for this device?
The price is $499 for the unit and $79.95 for the cable kit.
Okay, so yeah. $499 and $79 for the cable kit, and that'll get you on the air. Now, it interface to most radios, I guess, that have the serial input or
yep,
right here.
Input, and we do 50 different radios.
That is cool.
Yeah.
There was another question. Will it work with a laptop?
Yeah, we had that one on here.
Already?
That one,
okay.
And, yeah, also, too, let me go over some of the manufacturers' names. So we have, I don't know if you maybe want to get that one. We got Yaesu, Kenwood, ICOM, Flex, and also L-Craft as well, which isn't on there. So, basically it's any radio with a serial port on it on the back, or a CIV port for that matter. Yeah. Okay. Am I scrolling? I'm scrolling down here, right? Okay. Okay, got it. Okay. Oops, there we go. All right, great. IC 7200 is a question here if it'll work on the 7200 through USB. It doesn't work on USB interfaces. Those are mainly for a host computer, the USB interfaces on radio, so we wouldn't be able to support that. However, the CIV bus on your 7200, we would definitely be able to support. All right, I think that's, no, I think I knocked them all off. Whoops. Yeah. Did I? Okay. All right. Okay, great. I don't think, I think I covered just about everything. Rotor control, antenna control, radio control. Of course, MFJ is the master distributor for the product, and you can see all the details and videos on remoteshack.com.
A question: what about the old radios like the TS-120? Does it have an interface?
It'll actually work, but you're not going to be able to change frequencies. It'll actually work on any radio, but of course, if you want to be able to change frequencies, then you'd have to have the RS-232 interface.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Will it work with the Ten-Tec Orion too?
Not the Ten-Tec. No.
Okay. Not the Ten-Tecs.
No. Unfortunately.
I see 7200 through USB interface. What is it? I don't know if that was a different conversation.
7200? Yeah, I went over that.
Okay.
We do support the 7200, I do believe, but through the CIV interface. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Well, look, how many? This product's been out, a couple years now?
About almost 3 years.
About 3 years, and I guess it's growing. People are starting to get to know it. I mean, there was a lot of people here, I think, saw it for the first time.
Yeah,
And we're surprised and talk about how neat a product it is. And,
Another thing that it's good for, too, is clubs, and I'll tell you why. Clubs love to use it because as far as the equipment required to use it out in the field, it's just your phone. So you can have one of these at a club station, and everybody just uses their phone to use the system, so you don't need a computer, you don't need any internet even. You can just dial in. So
now,
it's very nice.
I've got a friend on here, Jay, WB4 BSB. Okay. I don't know if you know Jay or not.
No.
But he's a big supporter of our broadcast. He's on here. He has a big remote system they're putting up out in Texas, a massive system, and I think he has one in Virginia. Okay. And, in fact, they're just upgrading their towers, I think, this week probably. He had a crew out there. He uses some of the Omni radios for the remote, and I don't know, he may be using this product. I don't know.
There's a lot of different possibilities. If you're doing point-to-point, there's a lot of different ways to do just a point-to-point network over the Internet. But the ultra portability is where we really center, which is your cell phone.
Can your remote system be controlled by a dedicated radio instead of phone systems? I'm not sure about that question.
Yeah, the Ultracom Shack controller that the gentleman is referring to here was actually me and my father's company back 25 years ago.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it was a ComShack 64 that he's referring to, and so that's where the experience came from. Okay. So, that unfortunately, it can be done, what this gentleman's asking for. We do have an audio in-out port on the back that can be used. Also, we provide a repeater interface unit that this unit can be hooked up to a controller at a repeater interface, and so we do have that compatibility. So the answer to his question is
yes. If anybody on here wants to buy one, you got any kind of webcast discount, Huntsville Hamfest discount you're giving today or anything?
We can work that out. They'd have to give us a call, and we can definitely do that.
Well, give them a call, guys. I think they'll work with you and maybe cut you a little bit of a deal on one.
I'm sure we can work something out. Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, John, we're going to go. Right. We enjoyed it, man.
Yes, thank you very much for coming by.
Thank you.
Hi, John. Did you and Todd You don't have to hug. This is a wedding all the time.
Actually, you can probably hit play.
We're doing video right now. Well, you know what?
I'll wait for the smile.
Oh, I got it.
We did
Let's do it again.
so we'll.
Okay, we're going to do it again. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah,
Okay, I got
We're
it.
not live. We're not live. Our archive stuff plays. So this will be playing. We have to probably between now and the date next year.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you very much for coming by.
Let me give you a here.
Yeah, I'll take a look. Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right.
Let's go back to our booth. No. We can roll by there. Let's just see.
So that's
Do you have women's hats that are not so big?
Women and youth. Sometimes women choose youth, sometimes they choose women. Some of them are half hats. They have a combination of a hat and a visor. These are really nice. This one's really fun. Well, good morning.
Hello, Amy. All right, here, take this mic, Amy.
Okay, I can do that. Good morning.
And Amy, talk to us about your product. You guys make all the hamfest and
We
show
do.
us that hat down here that you donated.
I will. This is a very.
I'm gonna get out of the way here.
This is a very popular hat out here in the community these days. And
Hold the mic.
okay, I'll hold it real close. Good morning. This is a picture of the hat that we donated for your group, and we're looking forward to hearing who the winners are and finding out what you'd like on them. We like to recommend that they be embroidered in white or red, but people do all kind of things with these, and we don't complain. They want neon green or neon orange all over it with their call signs and names. That's okay with us. We don't judge. It's adjustable, so it fits most every head, and it's just one of those very popular hats. And we're happy to be here in Huntsville, and hope that you folks out there in internet land are enjoying Tom's presentations to you all weekend long.
Yeah, I would just say. Okay. Well, now what we'll do after we're going to we gave one away yesterday. We're giving away one today.
Good.
And what we'll do, we'll contact you. There he is. I was looking for him. He was gone.
There's Ron.
I was. We'll send you guys the name of the winner and his call and everything, and I guess he can let you know what name he wants, put on his hat or whatever.
Perfect.
All right. Well, we appreciate it. And Jay sent me the hat. I've got the hat. I've been showing him over there my hat with my call on it, and
Yes.
it's very nice. I really like it. Nice hat. So
We know you'll enjoy it for a long time because
yeah.
all the cool kids are wearing embroidery.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, that is a very solid build. It feels good. It just the material in there is good.
Excellent.
I think it'll last a long time. And I was looking at Ron here. Look at Ron. He gets to practice. Kathy, can you show this? Look at this. He gets to practice on hats, and he puts his call on every hat.
He does.
So, well, almost every.
Practically.
Well, I mean, look at all these hats here. If he wants a olive drab hat or whatever color that is, on Monday he wears this one. On Monday, no, I guess Monday will be the black hat, right? Probably.
Yeah, black hat on Monday.
On Monday, and oh man, look at this. You can even embroidery what calls on like Yazoo hats and stuff.
Right. Well, we started doing that at Dayton a couple of years ago, where we're adding call signs to.
So people would bring their hat by.
People would bring the Yazoo hat to the booth, and we'd add their call sign.
Okay.
Right there, it looks like it's part of the hat.
It does. It really does. It looks good. Well, how's business this year here?
Business has been very good this year. This is very much a worthwhile trip. We always enjoy being here.
Okay.
This is a great hamfest, a great bunch of people. It's always well worth the trip here. I know it's a long way from Chicago.
Yeah.
But just good fest, good people.
So Ron, how many hamfests do you make a year?
Oh,
You
Amy,
just-
how many hamfests a year do you think we?
Oh my God.
You do one a week?
Well,
Almost.
Sometimes it feels like it,
no,
but
some weekends we don't.
Uh-huh.
But then some weekends we're doing two.
2, yeah.
So we probably do
30 a year,
30,
something like that.
something.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, probably 30
Well,
a year.
I was just looking at your product. You got everything from shirts, hats, just all kinds of things here. Jackets.
Shirts, jackets, hats.
and,
This is not.
We've got your website. We got your website on our prize
Right.
page. If people want to order or contact you guys for embroidery on their jackets, they'll be contacting you. Okay.
Right. We don't just do hamfest. This is really just an
A side
outgrowth of
thing,
our
yeah.
an outgrowth of our full-time business.
Okay.
Where we're doing stuff for businesses. We especially like working with radio clubs
Yeah.
and things like that. If you
So I think you told me you have like radio clubs that have certain shirts and things. You kind of have
Yeah.
that model on file at your company, and people can just contact you and order the shirt for their
what
club,
we'll
right?
do is we'll put a page on our website for a radio club, where you go to our website / your club name, and you'll get a page full of gear for you with your club logo. You can order it directly from us, and it saves the club from having to do the thing. Pardon me. It saves the club from having to do the thing where it takes them 3 months to go around and finally get everybody to turn in their order forms and turn in their money, and they're calling people at 10 o'clock at night. Hey, you said you're going to have this check here. We need to send off this order. If you want a jacket, get your money in. This way, the members can just get the club gear right off our website by going to our website / their club name.
Well, that's great. I know it makes it easy. Well, Ron, we're going to roll around. We got a few things to do, and we got to be back at a certain time. We got another group meeting us, but thank you very much for your donation of the hat, and good to see you here. And I'm sure we'll see you up Dayton probably.
Oh yeah,
other
you'll
places.
see us in Dayton. Do you do Shelby?
No, we don't make it out there.
Okay, that's our next one.
Okay, well, very good.
All right, very good.
All right, thank you. All right, let's roll around this way. We need to stop at Ted Randall and say hi again.
Yeah, that's your transmit receive switch to work with the transmit.
So when you have a transmitter, you put it in.
back and get some prizes. I'm ready to take a break.
So we can get around it, you know, that kind of stuff. We don't do that.
Your end needs to go down here. You'll turn the report on. All right, I think it's time for some more prizes. So we can knock some prizes out here. We had a few interviews there we really needed to get out of the way.